There is a lot of talk about pretty privilege, but nobody really talks about the pressures of always being that girl. So we're going to talk about it today. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl V, and I am back yet again with another episode of LoveVeeTalks. Before we get started, you already know, please do not forget to follow your girl on Instagram, TikTok, Lemonade at LoveVeeTalks, and for promo or collab, LoveVeeTalks at gmail.com. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your girl's almost at 500 subs, and it's just crazy because, I just got done talking to y'all about how excited I was about reaching forward. So let's just get into it. I appreciate y'all so much for showing your girl so much love and support. And I feel like we have come a very long way. Today, I wanted to talk about the pressures of being that girl, pretty girl privilege. So I feel like I definitely feel the pressure of always being on, because you cannot have an off day. When it comes to setting a certain standard for yourself and how people view you, it can be a lot. That's why it's so important to do these things for yourself. So whether it's your makeup, it's your hair, it's going to the gym, and how your body looks, how you dress, all that ties into what makes you happy. And so it can definitely be a lot, and it can be a lot of pressure when you're doing it for the validation of other people. That's why it's important I know the whole glow up culture and level up culture has shifted, because at first when I started to see this movement, it was about image and what you look like. But I really love how the girls have shifted it and turned it into something that is supposed to be healthy. So talking about gut health and skincare and taking care of your body and listening to your body and self-care days. I think that those are so important. And we're also talking about therapy. The girls are healing. And I am in love with y'all. I love y'all real bad. But the pressure can definitely be on, because when it comes to pretty privilege, you cannot have an off day. Y'all know there have been quite a few girls that I grew up watching on YouTube, and I really don't want to name them just because at the end of the day, there's still people. And so, when you set a certain standard and when you look a certain way and you have so many people looking up to you, it can be a lot of pressure. The pressure can definitely be on. I don't want to name them because I know that they were having some insecurities about weight and image, and people would not hold up on them, y'all. The moment that they saw a change in their body weight, it's everybody wants to mention in the comments about how they've gained weight, they don't look the same, and this person isn't as pretty as they used to be. And so it's so unfortunate, because we don't really talk about that side of pretty privilege, where you literally cannot be pretty. Nobody, it will never be the end of you if you will never not be the conversation if you aren't quote unquote considered the pretty girl anymore. It's you always have to live up to that standard. Now, I love level up culture. I love it real bad, because I feel I learned so much from the girls. But also too, it can be very difficult to find a little balance. So, sometimes whether it's, getting my sleep, or when I should do my skincare, when I should get a facial, when I should, upgrade my wardrobe, when I should get my hair done, how I should wear my hair. It can definitely be exhausting. And even outside of just living up to societal norms or expectations of other people, just your own expectations, because we can sometimes be our own worst enemy, and so we feel we have to live up to that. And so one thing that my man has been telling me is that I need to slow down. And normally when he's talking about that, he's talking about me walking, because I kind of walk a little fast. I ain't gonna hold you. I walk fast. I'm always on the go. I feel I'm this. Everything has to be structured. Everything has to look a certain way, feel a certain way to me. I have to get it done at a certain time. And so that's very, very important to me. But he said something to me that made so much sense and really opened my eyes. He told me to just slow down. And I know, as simple as that sounds, it really opened my eyes, because I noticed that I move really quickly when it comes to trying to figure out my hair, my makeup, upgrading my skincare, you know, how I should look in a dress, or if something slightly changes, or if I'm bloated. And it's like, sometimes you just gotta ride the wave. Sometimes you just gotta ride the wave. Sometimes you just gotta live life. And it's so easy to get caught up in standards. It's so easy to get caught up in what you should be doing when you should just be living, you know, being your prettiest self. When I think of my prettiest self, I think of me who is happy, healthy, glowing, get lots of rest, can take her time, can genuinely feel joy about the next day. And I'm not talking about only being happy because it's the weekend, genuinely waking up because it's Wednesday and it's another day, you know. And that can be very difficult to do when you're constantly like this, especially when trends change. I've noticed the more mature that I've gotten, I've noticed that I don't feel like I have to hop on every single trend. I just simply do what makes me feel the happiest. I know sometimes the girls get caught up in, oh, should we be wearing bell bottoms, or should we be wearing crop tops? And it's like, you should, if you want to wear one. Like, nobody else has to wear it but you. So just do what works best for you. It literally does not matter. Like, we have to have a sense of individualism. Like, we don't have to do everything that everybody else does. You know, you could just do what makes you happy. You don't need the approval of everybody else. And that could be easy to get caught up in. And I am so glad that I grew up in an era that still had like preteen clothes, because it doesn't seem like there's a middle ground for like the preteen girls and like the teenage girls. It's kids to adult. It doesn't seem like a middle, and I really hate that for the kids now, because it doesn't feel like they really are able to be children. I've seen girls who have full-blown makeup routines and they're 12 and 13 years old. I'm not saying that that's a problem, but what I am saying is that can create a problem, because they don't really have that experience of just being a lip gloss girl or a simple hairstyle girl, like with the cute slick back bun, or the cute puff balls with the cute little earrings, like the little dolphin earrings or stars, or everything is girly but age appropriate and just, you know, just simple, and you feel cute just by wearing a little lip gloss. You know, now it's like that expectation for 12 and 13 year olds to have a makeup routine. I really hate that, you know, that is something that they kind of have to do, because you're supposed to be a kid. You're just supposed to be like having fun, getting your sense of individuality, and not really necessarily following the wave, if you get what I'm saying. Like, yes, we obviously had trends when we were kids, when I was a kid, obviously, but I do feel like there was still a sense of individuality, and also me still being a kid. I still felt like a kid when I was 11, 12, 13 years old, because there was still like a distinct line between being a kid, a preteen, and an adult. Now it's like that middle section is completely being wiped out, and it's definitely scary. I think the biggest part too is protecting yourself, protecting your energy, and not feeling like you have to follow every single trend, because this is where it can the things can be convoluted when you are doing everything for everybody else's validation and you're not necessarily doing it for yourself. So when I get dressed up now, like, I literally love being pretty. I literally love doing things for myself. I love, you know, when I smell good, getting my perfume, or when I wear yellow, or, you know, I got my green on. Okay, I love bright colors. I love colors. I love to dress nice, and it makes me feel good. I love to do my skincare. I love to do things that make me happy. When I look good, I feel good, and it's not a thing for everybody else. It's something that I genuinely enjoy doing, because I've always taken pride in taking care of myself, and that's something that I've kind of gotten more into in the past 3 or 4 years, because it's something that I realized, like, how I look and how I feel kind of goes hand in hand for me, because when I am feeling my best is when I get a lot of rest and I wear yellow. When I'm feeling my best is when I got my hair done. Okay, when I do my hair, whether it's knotless braids, whether it's a slick back bun, when I am putting effort into my hair and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm happy with what I see in the mirror, that's when I feel my best. I feel my best when I go to therapy and I feel like I got something accomplished that day. I feel my best when I'm in the sun and I'm getting that natural vitamin D. You feel me? So I think that protecting your peace is something that's so important when we have so many expectations in society, because it's so important to remember who you are, who you want to become, and who you are now. Like, that is just, it can be so complicated, and I know it's so much easier said than done, but y'all, the inner work is so important. That's why when you do the inner work before the outer starts to come in, that's when you really start to blossom, and you just feel your prettiest self when you are at peace and you are not looking for validation from other people. Tell me something. Do y'all feel like y'all are trying to keep up with expectations in society? Do you feel like you benefit from pretty privilege? Are you trying to be pretty, quote unquote, like for yourself or the people? When did you stop looking for validation from other people? Tell me about it in the comments. I want to hear your story about blossoming into yourself, protecting your peace, and just living your best, happy, pretty girl life. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to follow your girl on Instagram, TikTok, Lemonade at LoveVeeTalks. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit your girl up for a collab or a promo at LoveVeeTalks@gmail.com. I love y'all. Bye.